sportscaster, pro natural bodybuilder and powerlifter, and owner of Christian Gym Supplement Store, Faith Weights and Protein Shakes. We're doing our online training, and this segment is legs and abs. Hey guys, our fitness verse of the day is 3 John 1:2. Dear friend, I pray that you may enjoy good health and that all may go well with you, even as your soul is getting along well. We actually have it on our supplements. And what that means is that God's not just concerned about your soul, which is the most important part, but He's also concerned about your health. And we want to honor God with our temples. We want to take care of our bodies, so we want to honor Him with what we're throwing in our temples, what we're eating, what we're drinking. And when man was created, he was created, God took the dirt and He breathed His breath into it, and it became a living being. So it was both body and spirit. God had an original design for man, and it was to both body and spirit. So God cares about man. When Jesus rose from the dead, He said, touch my hands, touch my side. He was a body, okay? And when we're given the resurrection, we're going to be given new bodies, glorified bodies. So we only get one body while we're here. Let's take care of it. And since if anybody destroys God's temple, God will destroy him. So let's honor God. Thou shalt not kill. That would include yourself. 3 John 1:2. Dear friend, I pray that you may enjoy good health and that everything may go well with you, even though as your soul is getting along well. Hey, before I start my workout, I like to start my workout with Faith Weights and Protein Shakes pre-workout 2 amp series. It's got all your energy systems, your first energy system, your creatine phosphate system. It's got creatine monohydrate, which is from 0 to 10 seconds time under tension, short bursts of energy. So whether you're a bodybuilder, power lifter, or just trying to build some extra strength, it's going to cater to that type of athlete. It's also got your citrulline, which is more for like drop sets, supersets, interval training, high intensity training. It's going to help you with fatigue, so you can keep a good pace and stay consistent in your workouts. And also, it has more vitamins than a 5-hour energy drink. It's got all your B complex vitamins, which is going to help you with long-lasting energy throughout your day. So whether you just have a long work day, or for bikers, hikers, runners, it's going to give you longer, sustained energy, and it's going to keep you from crashing. And it does have caffeine. It's got a focus factor in it, so you can keep your head in the game. And I don't prescribe anything to my clients that I myself don't take. I personally designed this formula myself, and I know it's going to work out great for you. So you can get this product at faithshake.com. And if you like the shirt I'm wearing today, you could also get it at the website at the bottom of the screen. We got shaker cups. We got everything you need to get your fitness on. So keep fighting the good fight of Faith Weights and Protein Shakes. All right, so this is our second video for legs and abs. In our first video, we taught you some basic weight training movements. In this video, we're going to add some accessory movements in between your sets to get your heart rate up and to get you in better condition. So first exercise is to be the squat. We'll make sure 3 things are centered: the bar, the pad, and you. So Isaac's going to come, squat down to the pad. He's placing this on his shoulders and his traps. He's going to come up, he's going to step back, feet shoulder width. He's going to come down from the hips. So he doesn't want to hinge from the knee. He wants to make sure he's hinging from the hip, because you could blow your knee out. So keep the weight in your heels. Come down like you're sitting in a chair. And he wants to come down to about a 90-degree angle. You want to make sure your knees aren't bowing in or bowing out. You're breathing in on the way down, breathing out on the way up. Okay? You're gonna perform 8 to 12 reps, and you're gonna do 3 to 4 sets of this. But in between your sets, you're gonna do some jabs. So, jab crossovers actually. So you're gonna go ahead and punch forward, and then you're gonna rotate each hand. You're gonna keep your hips loose, and his knees are at a bend. Yep, and he's just gonna do about 20 of these. He's bringing his elbows in, and he's rotating his hands as he's coming out. Perfect. Yep, and you're gonna switch stance. Same thing. Do about 10 to 20 of these. 10 to 20 seconds each side, depending on what your fitness level's at, what you feel you can handle. Okay, and then you're gonna go back to the squat, and then you're gonna go back to the jab crossovers, back to the squat, back to the jab crossovers. So 3 sets of each, supersetting. And if you do not have a squat rack, you can do this with just body weight, or you can do this with some dumbbells. So feet shoulder width. You're gonna come down from your hips. Come back up. Yep. 90-degree angle. He's keeping his weight in his heels. His knees are not going over. Shoulders are back, chest is out. Perfect. This is just a modification. This is not the next exercise, but this is a modification to the barbell squats. Next exercise is going to be another form of squat. So it's going to be a narrow squat. When you're going wide, it's working your quads, hamstring, glutes, and calves, but more the inside part of your legs. When you go narrow, it's working your quads, hamstring, glutes, and calves, all the muscles in your legs, but more the outside part of your legs. So he's going to go ahead and make sure he's centered on this bar. Hands are outside of shoulder width. He's going to come up, he's going to come back. Feet are going to be 2 to 3 inches apart. Hands are going to be kind of a little bit wider on this one. These are crucifix squats. Narrow squats. He's going to go for 10 of these. Same thing, making sure you're coming down from your hips. Your knees aren't going over your toes. Just keep in mind that you don't have your hips as much to support you because you're on a narrow stance, so there's a little bit of an issue with balance here. So keep your core engaged when you're doing this. And now you're gonna do an accessory movement in between sets, which is gonna be jabs. I'm sorry, it's gonna be uppercuts. So now he's going to just rotate his hands. He's gonna come up in an upward motion. His knees are at a bend. He's keeping everything loose. You're gonna do this for about 20 seconds, 20 reps. Notice he's kind of on his tiptoes here, just keeping everything really light, keeping everything moving. It's just about keeping your heart rate up, keeping things moving. All right, so you're gonna perform 3 sets of the narrow squats, 3 sets of the uppercuts, and so don't forget to pause the video, perform those sets, and then you're gonna move on to the next exercise. Next exercise is gonna be front lunges. You can perform these with weights, or a medicine ball, or just body weight. You're gonna just step out in front of you. Make sure your knee doesn't go over, shoulders are back, chest is out. These are just lunging in place. In our last videos, we showed you how to perform walking lunges. This is another version of it. You can do either or. If you want to do walking lunges, or if you just want to do stationary lunges. All right, and then we're going to perform an accessory movement for this exercise in between. And so we're going to go ahead and go with knee to elbow twists. So you're just going to rotate. It's connecting the knee to the elbow. This is really going to engage the core. It's going to work some obliques. But it's more about just keeping that heart rate up. Staying light in the feet. A lot of torso rotation here. 20 seconds or 20 reps, and then he's gonna go back, or you're gonna go back to 20 on the lunges, the front lunges. So make sure you're doing 10 each leg on the reps, okay? And make sure you're doing 3 sets. And in between sets, you're doing this accessory movement with the twist, the elbow to knee twist, okay? So pause the video, make sure you do that, and follow along with the written routine. Now, the next exercise he's gonna perform is going to be a side lunge. So what he's going to do is he's going to step out to one side. He's going to keep the dumbbells in front of him. One leg is stretched, the other one's flexed. Coming back to center, going back out. Shoulders are back, chest is out. Just going to work the lateral portion of your legs. Your hips too. Some good lateral movement here. It's good for stretching, it's good for keeping your heart rate up. Okay, and then make sure you do 10 each side. Okay, you can do this with a ball, medicine ball, or you can just do this with body weight. Okay. Now, the accessory movement we're going to do in between is good mornings. So he's just crossing his arms. He's keeping the knees at a slight bend, bending the waist. It's coming back up. He's mainly hinging just from the hips. You can do 10 to 20 of these. His feet are about shoulder width apart. Don't forget to breathe. Perfect. All right. And that completes legs. We're going to go on to abs. All right, so now abs. We're going to start out with a basic sit-up. Never neglect the basics. And 3 different ways you can perform a sit-up. It's hands in front, crossed, or hands behind your head. If you do the hands behind your head, just make sure you don't pull on your neck because you could strain your neck. And the easiest is the hands in front. The second is arms crossed, and the hardest is hands behind the head. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and perform 15 to 20 sit-ups. You're gonna breathe in on the way back, you're gonna breathe out on the way up. He's got weights here to hold his feet down. You can put your feet underneath your couch at home, or you can have a partner stand on your feet. And if you're really good at this, you can even do them without somebody or any weight on your feet. So whatever you're able to do, just do the best you can. And if you can't perform a sit-up, just do a crunch. Just come up as far as you can. All that matters is that you're trying your best. Okay, so after performing that set, in between, we're gonna do an accessory movement. We're gonna go ahead and do some uppercuts. So just keep the heart rate up. Just staying loose in the shoulders. He's moving his arms in upward motion, staying light on the feet. He's gonna do 20 of these or 20 seconds of these in between. It's called active rest. He's resting actively in between his sets. Okay, and then you're gonna go back to the sit-ups. You can go back to the uppercuts, back to the sit-ups, back to the uppercuts, 3 of each, superset. And then that's gonna work the upper and middle portion of your abs. Now we're gonna target more of your obliques, your interior obliques to be specific. So he's gonna go ahead and perform the next exercise. This one actually you don't want weight on your feet. You're just gonna go ahead and just take that ball there, and you're gonna lean back, and you're gonna rotate from side to side. Yep, perfect. And you're just gonna bring that ball close to the ground. Yep, if you can't do this, you can sit up a little bit more, or you can lean back a little bit more and make it harder. And you're just gonna perform 15 to 20 of these. Just a lot of torso rotation, so his legs are pretty much staying stationary. It's just his upper body that's twisting. You can make this harder by bringing your hands out further. or making it easier by bringing your hands in close to your chest. Keep it close, it's a lot easier. Right? And if it's too hard, you could also just do it with no weight. I also want to mention, if you don't have a ball, you could just do it with a dumbbell. Okay. Just got to improvise. Okay? Same thing, make it hard by bringing it out, make it easier by bringing it in. All right, and that's gonna work the obliques, and now the accessory movement that we're gonna do in between is gonna be a jab with a crossover. This is gonna punch with both hands, one foot in front of the other. He's just rotating the wrist, bringing his elbows back in. You could do about 20 seconds of these, 10 seconds of these, and then rotate to the other side. Perfect, okay. And then make sure you do 3 sets of those each. Just pause the video, and then we're gonna get into our next exercise, leg lifts. So this is gonna target the lower portion of the abs. It's the only area we haven't hit yet. So your hands are gonna be under your hips, feet are gonna be together, and you're just gonna bring them up, try to bring them up past 90. The most important thing is that you pass 90. If you only go to 90 degrees, you're only working your hip flexors. Your lower abs don't start to crunch until you pass 90. So make sure you're coming up past 90. Do about 15 to 20 of these. If you can't do them this way, you can just bring your knees up. So you can bend the knee, come up past 90 though. That's the most important thing. And then to make it even easier, you can touch the ground and then come back up with your knees. For one leg at a time. Different variations you can do depending on your fitness level. Just remember, the most important thing is you're getting up past 90. Okay, and in between this one, we're gonna go ahead and do some good mornings. So, you're gonna cross his arms. He's gonna come down, he's gonna get a good stretch at the bottom, his knees are at a slight bend, and it's just he's hinging from the hip, so his lower body's not moving much. This is his upper body, his torso. And try to keep your back a little more flat, a little more, come down, there you go, yep. You wanna kind of squeeze your scapula together. There you go, yep. There you go. Perfect. Awesome. All right, so 3 sets of those. 3 sets of the leg lifts. You go back and forth, superset those. And that's legs and abs. You're finished. Hey guys, after I finish my workout, I like to take product 2 Buff, 100% whey isolate from Faith Weights and Protein Shakes. It's the purest form of protein in the shortest period of time. It's the strongest protein you can get. So when you get done working out, your blood vessels are dilated, and it's 20 times more absorption than any other time of the day if you take that protein shake within the first 45-minute window. So you want to take the strongest form of protein. That's going to give you the best results and have the least calories. Low sugar, low calories, lots of protein, more of what you need, less of what you don't need. And no fillers, no proprietary blend. So no chemicals, nothing harmful that's going to hurt you. And it's inexpensive, great tasting. And you can get this product at faithshakes.com. If you like the shirt I'm wearing, you can get the shirt at the website below the screen, at the bottom of the screen. We got shaker cups. We got everything to meet your fitness needs. We're here for you.